So in this session, it's actually supposed to be a revision session. Okay. So what we'll do is we look at the week 12 questions. Okay. So I think they will be a good revision for you guys. So we look at the week 12 questions. Okay. We'll solve each one by one. All right. So week 12.
Which week, sir?
Yeah, week 12.
Week
The
12 is
last week.
not in this OPP too, right?
Yeah, that was not there, but let's just solve the problems. Okay.
Yeah, sir. That can be simplified for the OPP too, sir. Means we
That can be.
means the problems we can be done easily by watching week 12.
See, there is no week 12 content. Week 12 has only
Okay.
problems.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we can solve it. Okay. All right.
Sir, the difficulty level will be similar to week 12 or it will not be like that?
It will be slightly lesser than week 12. Okay.
Because week 12 I am facing a lot of issue. I can't.
Yeah. It will be like it will be somewhat similar, but on the lesser side. Don't be as difficult as week 12. Okay. It will be slightly easier. All right.
And so today there is a mock test in which I found that Python, Java, all questions are in mix. So in that, what I found is 3 questions are given only from Python.
But the actual exam, it contains 4 questions.
If today any more?
That is okay, but sir, in that mock test, question number, I think the second Python question, I can't able to solve. It is so. Can you just take and discuss regarding that problem if there is a time permit after being week 12?
So did you get these questions for the mock?
What, sir?
What questions did you get? Did you get these questions for mock?
No, not this, sir. There is a email which I received from the IIT team in that there is a link given that for the mock test. The first question is given that to find the first maximum, second max, third max. Okay, from a given link.
Okay.
And
okay.
Question given from the Python is there is a name is there, say A, and start time, end time, and the profit. And it will be if the end time is greater than means next, it will be in tuple form. List will be in the elements will be in tuples inside a list. In that end time should next element should be greater than the first element end time.
Sir, do you have those questions with you? Because the first question I am aware of it. The second question, I don't know which question you are referring to.
Can I able to view, sir, from the same link, or it will not be there?
I don't think you'll be able to view now. The others
available right now.
Yeah, others are you able to? Do you know what question is referring to? Because
I
I'm not able to exactly.
I took a screenshot of it, sir. The question.
You have a screenshot of it?
Yes, sir. I have one question screenshot. I have.
I think there is only 1 or 2 questions from.
This the question number questions are showing, sir. Question number you cannot view the right now. Okay.
You cannot view the right.
Right now it is showing.
Yeah. You'll not be able to view it after the exam ends. But if anyone has a screenshot or something, you can share it.
Question number 5.
Yeah, but does anyone have the screenshot of it?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, I'm facing a problem regarding the course content. It is showing that my account is giving an exam and you're not allowed to change browsers, computers. So I'm not able to access any Python course content.
I'm also facing the same, sir.
It-
Same here, sir.
I'm about
It
to
is
sit.
there from after, like today afternoon. It's been
Yeah.
for so many hours.
Yeah, it
I
is
think
still there.
Because it's a today exam, so portal is disabled for the time.
Yeah. That is one thing. And the other thing was that you might be logging in from so many browsers and so many devices. Okay, so you can log out from the other devices. Then
No,
you'll
sir.
be
There is only
Well,
I'm
there is
only
no-
logging in from just my laptop. So only on Chrome browser, no, nothing else.
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
yeah.
I'm using only single browser. Yeah.
okay. So can you just try to log out and then log in now?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that.
did, sir. We did.
Also,
Tried multiple times.
also tried
Yeah.
incognito mode as well.
Yeah.
No, I'm facing same error. I think it's because of exam going on.
Yeah, you're still not able to access it, or
No.
No.
what
It's
about
been
others?
there since 2 o'clock in
Sir,
the
as per,
afternoon.
Sir, even me.
as per mail, it was from 4 to 6 p.m. So in that case, the portal should need to be open right now. But yes, it is. We are facing problem from afternoon.
Yeah,
it is,
it's been there from 2 o'clock or something like that.
it's same thing, sir. We cannot access, sir. It is telling the same message what others are conveying.
Sir, for me, it was accessible, sir. I'm able to see all the questions.
Okay.
I thought that it might be my problem only, but it seems to be a common.
Once you can forgot the password of the Wi-Fi and relog in it.
Yeah, I just did that.
Is there anyone who has been able to access the portal? Any student?
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. One other thing. Can you try logging from the incognito window or something?
Yes, sir, I
Mm.
did, but
You
no
tried that also?
Same
change.
error.
Okay.
Sir, this usually happens when we are having an exam, but the mock is also over at 6 p.m. So,
Yeah. So. Okay.
Sir, yeah, sir, no walls.
sir,
Sir,
one
no.
more question I
think
had
for everyone,
was that in case of mock, why is it necessary to disable the portal? Like in exam, I can understand that it needs to be disabled, but for mock,
Just to create that environment, they would have done it. Okay. Anyway, I hope that this problem will be resolved. Okay. I'll just find out about. Okay. Find out about it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So. Okay. The other person, he was referring to some question. If someone is able to get what question is referring to, if they have a screenshot of it, then I'll be able to help you. Okay. For now, what we'll do is we'll solve this virtual content. Okay. Is that okay with you?
So one question is already posted in the chat.
sir, will any mock be released for OPP2 or not?
OPP to mock. So you are able to see these 4 problems right at the bottom. So those are the only 4 questions for mock. Okay. There are no other mock questions which will be revised.
Sir, it is the same question which he has posted in the chat box, sir.
Okay. Okay, I'll solve that.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
yeah.
can you help me with recursion of bool value, sir? Matlab, like if it's true, how it works? True, false. With true, false, how it works?
Okay, like it. So all you can do is like you could do and or, right?
Yes, sir.
You could by using that you could do the recursion which returns. So basically, when you meant by recursion with respect to bool, you're talking about a recursive function which returns a bool, right? Boolean value.
Yes, sir.
Right. So with respect to that, if you're going for recursion, so then
Yes,
you can use and or like based on your requirement, right? So I'll just share my screen and then I'll explain.
Okay.
And after this, I will discuss that question also. Okay, so let's say like I'm defining the recursive function of n. Okay, if if n equals to 1, I return true. Okay. Else what I'll do is else or something. We just talk for recursive of n minus 1. Okay, or let's just say recursive of n minus 1. You just want to find out like with respect to this n value, you want to compute something. Like let's just say f of n or something, f of n and n minus 1. I'll define this f of n. So what does this f of n does is it just returns let's just say n star 2. Okay. All right. So in this particular case now, what we are basically doing is let's just say some polynomial. Okay. N star 2 plus plus minus 4 star n minus 4 or something. Okay. So basically it will just return this value. Okay, it will return this value. So it will compute this value and the recursive of n minus 1. Okay, so it's basically this recursion function, it will return either true or false, right? Okay, so when we are going for this f of n and recursive of n minus 1, okay, based on the values, it computes, it will just return something. Okay, did you get what I was trying to say? By using and or you could just compute it. Yeah.
My basically doubt was that like if like for n minus 1 it's coming true, then n minus 2 is coming false, then like n minus 3 it's coming again true, like for different values it's coming true or false. So
Yeah.
how will last output what will get? Matlab, how will judge like it be false, true?
Okay. So for that, right, it depends upon whether you are using and or, right? So if you're using r, let's say like even if you got one true value like f of n minus 1, n minus 2, or n minus 3, at some point you got true, then this whole function it will return true only. Okay. If you're talking about and, if you are using and, right, then basically if you get false at any instance, then the whole function return value will be false only. It is basically like the normal way of doing one, like general or how it works, general and how it works. Based on that only it will return.
Okay, sir, got it. And sir, even it is valid for plus and multiplication, na?
Valid for plus or multiplication, you mean like plus or something? Here plus the return statement plus, or
yes sir, return statement.
Yeah, that's how the normal recursive functions are, right? Like
yes, sir.
We generally, for finding a factorial, we multiply it, and in some other cases we might add it or subtract it. You could do whatever. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, so now we'll solve for this question. A question in the chat box. So you are given a list of tuples activity for n activities, where in each tuple activity name SFP, activity name is scheduled to be done on start time and then finish time, and obtains profit P. After the finish, to find out the maximum profit you can obtain by scheduled activities, but no two activities should be subset with the overlapping of time. If you choose an activity that finishes at a time x, and another activity can be started at time x, not before that. Write a function in maximum profit that I can finish from this activity. for an activity and returns the value of maximum profit that can be obtained by scheduling activities. Yeah, I think that should be a PDSA problem, but we can for us to try it out, that will be a bit difficult. Okay, this should be a PDSA problem. This was never there in Python. Okay.
Okay.
You could solve this particular problem using recursion.
Which one, sir? Which one?
You could solve this particular problem using recursion.
Which one, sir?
Like the question that was mentioned in the chat box, right? You're given a list of tuples activity for an activities wherein each tuple.
Yes, got it.
Okay. Yeah. But that's not going to be straightforward. Okay. So let us solve the.
Will not get this type of question, no, sir.
Obviously no.
Okay.
Now portal is accessible.
Now portal is accessible?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir, it is accessible.
Okay, so can you solve for this PPA1 problem in Victor? You need to write a function in prime scalar that accepts list L of non-negative integers as argument and returns the number of primes that are located at prime indices in L. It should return the number of primes that are located at prime indices. Number of primes located at prime indices. So basically, the index should be a prime, and the value at that particular prime index also should be a prime. Okay, you should return the number of such elements in the list. All right. Okay, so try solving this. You can solve it in 7 minutes. Oh, let's take like 8 minutes, and after 8 minutes, we look at the solution. All right. We have so many problems, but then we might not be able to solve it. But let us try to solve at least like 10 problems. Okay. All right.
All right. Yes, so I've solved this problem. I've tried, but mine is like passing only 3 private test cases out of 5. May I share? Can you just have a look at my code?
We will look at it once once everyone has solved it. Okay.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah. Please don't post your solutions in chat box. Let others have the time to solve it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, in the mock, there were 3 questions. One was that maximum one. Another one, you told just now that it was a PDSA problem. And sir, what about the third one, that NumPy problem?
The NumPy one also that will not be, that does not come for this Python. Okay, that could be for MLP, I guess. Okay, machine learning practice or something. Okay.
So then what went wrong? Why this kind of confusion has been created?
What? Can you repeat?
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible.
Then what went wrong, sir? Why this kind of confusion has been created? Like it was mock test for people who are learning Python also, right?
Yeah. So how many questions did you get? You got 3 questions, is it?
There were only 3 questions where we were getting the options of Python, right? In other questions, we were getting the option like Java, NLP, SQL, all those things. We were getting option of Python only for 3 questions.
Yeah. What would have happened is since the language for Python, PDSN and MLP it is the same, which is like Python. Okay, they would have given the same set of 3 questions to each of these students, like the students who are taking Python, PDSN as well as MLP.
I'm sure this could have been reviewed, before releasing the mock test series.
What? Can you repeat?
And this could have been reviewed. I am sure this could have been reviewed before releasing the questions.
See, that decision would have been taken by the operations team. Okay. So the mock test, it is just to check how the portal, like, just for you to get around the exam environment. Okay. Not to test the problems as such. Okay. So just for that purpose. All right.
Sir, will there be
Sir,
any
so
optional
there was
questions?
one difficult question actually. Was that of PDSA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so try to solve for this. When you're done with this problem, please raise your hand. After we'll look at the solution. There will not be any optional questions in the OOP. All the questions needs to be solved.
Sir, how many questions will be there?
There will be 4 questions, just like the OOP one.
And level will also be the same?
Yeah, level will also be kind of same.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, can slots be changed now or we have to give in whatever slot we have been allotted?
I don't think slot change is allowed. So you just need to be there in whatever slot that was available. Okay. Like you can still check by sending a mail to support@online.idm.is. Okay. But I'm not entirely sure will they accommodate the last minute changes.
Okay, sir.
So shall we look at solution?
Yes, sir.
Okay, only one student has solved it. What about others? Okay, so maybe we look at the solution. If you know how to find a prime number, this is very just simple. Okay, so first what we'll do is we'll define for prime how to find a prime number. Okay, we just mention it like is prime of n, right? If n is less than or equals to 1, we will return false, right? Okay, and then if n equals to 2, we can return true. For the other case, we'll compute. If we make it big, you are able to see my screen, right?
So can you make it? Yeah, it is okay, sir.
Sir, can you do your screen full screen? Or
Yeah, increase the size. You still want me to increase?
it's okay.
Enough, sir.
This fan, right? Prime
Yes.
range of 2 to n, right? If n percentage I equals 0, then this basically means that it is not a prime number, so we can return false. Okay, and then if you're not returning false there, that means if you're coming out of the for loop, then basically that means that it is a prime number, right? So we can return true. Okay, so that is how you find whether it's a prime number or not. Okay, now from this list, what you can do is for I, we need to count the total number of like primes which are at the prime instance, right? So we do this for I in range of length of n. We loop through the elements of the list. So if is prime of I, because the index also should be prime and the element also should be prime. So is prime of I is prime of L of I. If both are prime, then we need to increase the count by 1, right? So I'm using AND here because both should be prime, not 1, both should be prime. Okay. So and then just return count. Okay. Okay, clear? This is clear?
Yes, sir.
This is not clear yet? Okay, so for those of you who are there, like what you can do is, I mean, during the exam, this Control C, Control V will not work. So you just need to use this for copy, and then this for paste. Okay. Right.
So could you show again?
How to do the copy paste or the code?
Yes, sir.
Copy paste one. Can you please repeat?
Okay, so I did not use I'm not using Control V. I'm just using this copy there. Okay, copy selection. And then what I can do is I will use the paste there. Okay, so once I clicked on paste, you could see this entire thing got pasted. Okay. Okay, right? This is for copy. You select the text. And then you click on this copy one. Okay, which you're seeing at the top left. Okay, and then for pasting it, you use this, the next one. All right. Okay. So let's just execute this code. Okay, yeah, we are able to pass all the test cases. One student has mentioned that you are not able to pass all test cases. Do you want to share a screen?
No, I can share my screen, but I kind of found out my error and I fixed it.
Okay, great.
But I just want to say one thing. I did not like use the, I used like till the square root of n. So I guess that also runs my.
Which one?
Like my range doesn't run from 2 to n. I ran it from till the square root of n. That's the only difference I made. But rest of it is fine.
Okay. So square root of n also works fine.
Sir, what we are taking n here?
What we are taking n? This n?
Yes. No, sir, I can understand. I can understand how we are finding the prime. Like we are taking the first function is prime n.
Yeah.
So is that n is given to us?
See that will be passing it from here, right? We are only given a list. We are
given only list here.
Yeah. We are only given a list, and what we should find is we should find for each particular index whether that index is a prime or not, and whether that element at that particular index is a prime or not. If both are prime, then we should return the number of such instances where the index as well as the element at that particular index is a prime. Okay. So basically, we are checking whether that is prime of I we are checking, and is prime of L of I we are checking. Both we are checking.
Yes, but sir, I'm talking about the first function. We are checking only prime.
Yeah, we are checking only prime. Like all we care about is we just input a number and we are checking whether that is a prime or not.
We can input any number in that.
Yeah, obviously. Here also we are inputting any number, right? Is prime of I and is prime of L of I. It just takes a value and then it returns whether that is a prime or not.
Okay, sir.
Okay, positive value. Okay.
Right, sir.
Okay, we'll move on to prepare to.
One doubt in that question. I can just see the logic of this idea. Sir,
what?
For there is how to do the prime also, the logic I didn't understand. How does one check the prime thing? Actually, I didn't understand.
I'm sorry. Can you be a bit louder, please?
Yes, sir. So I was wanting to check what the logic, sir, how to know the prime number, how to find that a number is a prime or not from this code, like the logic behind this.
How to find whether a number is prime or not?
Yes, sir. Here, yes, in the logic in the code.
And sir, can I add to this question? Like, I just also wanted to know if, like, you have found is prime in that function. If we omit that condition, if n equals 2, why do we need that condition? In regards to this question asked by the gentleman.
This one? We need not have it. Okay, we need not have it. Even if you remove it, it works fine. Okay, even if you remove it, it works fine.
Yeah, got it. So thank you. Def is prime. I didn't understand. So how first of all we are checking this prime number being a prime by for loop.
Yeah, by running for loop, I'm checking whether from the range of 2 to n, whether it is divisible by any number or not. If it is divisible by any number, then basically it is not a prime. If it is not a prime, we'll return false. If it is a prime, we'll return true.
Okay, the passed number is n.
Yeah.
And we are running like devices. We are checking from 2 to that particular number.
Yeah.
One less than that number.
Yeah.
And if any of them gives a remainder 0, which means it is divisible. Okay. So what is this prime scalar? All the primes, is it?
This prime scalar, that is a problem statement. Have you read the problem statement? So
no, sir.
Yeah, here they're asking for in the list they're asking the number of elements where the index as well as the element at the element is a prime. Both the index at the element and the element at that particular index, it should be a prime. Okay, you should return the number of instances of such occurrences. Okay.
So is it like the number at a particular index is a prime? What is it?
The index should be a prime as well as the element at that particular index should be a prime.
Okay.
you should return the count of such occurrences.
Okay, so let's say that we have 17 as a prime. So index should be 17 and the number should be 17, right?
No. Index could be anything. Index could be anything.
Okay.
All that it is required is index also should be a prime. Let's say that 17 number is at 2, second index.
Okay.
Okay, second index. Then we should count that number. We should
Okay,
either
okay.
count by 1.
Okay, the index and the prime index and the number at that index should be prime. Both should be prime.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to give a list of those numbers.
Right. Okay. You want to copy it too? Okay. So this you should accept two positive integers A and B as arguments and print a rectangular pattern that has A lines. Okay. The first and last line should have B stars because obviously the rectangle is of size AB. Okay. And all the other lines should have exactly 2 stars, one at the beginning of the line and one at the end. Okay. Are you able to like, for example, if you could see here. Okay. So here we have A equals to 3 and B equals to 4. Okay. Here we have A equals 3 and B equals to 4. Then we should have 3 lines and 4 values, like the length should be, the B value is 4, right? So we should have 4 circles there. Okay. Clear what I was trying to say? No, clear? Not clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's clear. However, while doing this particular problem, though it passed all the public and private test cases, but somehow I think there will be some formatting problem with the display. Is not exactly what it should be like.
Yeah. So that was mentioned, right? Due to formatting issues, the spaces are not represented properly.
Yes.
Okay, so you do not have to worry about it. Okay.
Got it.
I think this can be solved, right? We'll move on to next problem. Shall we move on to next problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, this we'll try to solve. Okay, a square metal in a square metal plate in 2D space is set up. Okay. The spatial extent of the metal plate is given by 0 is less than or equal to x comma 5 is less than or equal to 5. So basically, the length of the plate is 5 and the width of the plate is also 5, right? The temperature at a point x comma y on the plate is given by the following equation, this particular equation. Okay, the microorganism it can only be at the integers where both the coordinates, that is x comma y, both should be at integers. So basically it could be at x equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or y equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The organism cannot survive in high temperatures and instinctively moves to the regions of low temperatures that are less than or equal to threshold T. If there is no such region in this metal plate, then it cannot survive. Okay. So basically, you should find out the survival, right? So based on the threshold, if there is any point in the metal plate such that the temperature is less than threshold, then it will survive and you should return true. Otherwise, if there is no such point, then you should return false. Okay, the problem is clear. Is the problem clear?
So for all the points, the temperature when it is calculated, it has to be less than T. Like all the points.
No, not all the points. At any point.
Yeah, at any point means it from 0 to 5. No, sir, it's varying. So
like,
we can
yeah,
take
the x square is from 0 to 5 and the y square is from 0 to 5. So basically, you have 36 points. At this 36 point, if at any point the temperature is less than or equal to threshold, right? Then it will just move to that particular point and survive.
Yeah. So the point may be 1, 2 or 1, 3, 1, 4, like 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, it could be anything. It could be anything. You just need to check for all the points, and then you need to check whether the microorganism survives or not. Okay.
Okay.
Try to solve this in 6 minutes or 8 minutes. Okay, and after that we'll look at the solution.
Sir, for OP2, do we have file handling, file operation questions?
Can you repeat?
For OP2.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
So what I was asking is, in OP2, it's coming Sunday. Will there be coding questions likely from file operations or files?
Yes. You will get the questions from file and you could get it.
So basically, it's all the weeks. You need to say all the weeks will be covered now. I was taking probably the first OP, whichever was in the first 5 weeks. Those may not be given importance. From 5th week or 6th week onwards, we can expect. Is my understanding correct? It's likely to be that way, or how about it?
It's not specifically like that. So basically, it covers all the weeks. And the good thing is, if you're trying to solve the problems in the later weeks, right? It will anyway cover the problems in the previous weeks. So basically, the first 5 weeks we just discuss about for groups and the list, right?
Yes, sir.
And in the week 5 we discuss about functions, and all those will anyway be covered in the later weeks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, you need to concentrate all the content. Okay. But if you're fine with the first 5 weeks only, you'll be able to solve the later weeks. Okay.
Yes, correct. And the recursion also would be.
Yeah, that also can be there.
Recursion is something which is.
Okay. And then so one more thing, if they ask you to solve it by recursion, then you to solve it by recursion. If they did not mention it, then you can solve it in the other way also without using recursion. Okay. And in the problems, we will not be asking you to solve it by recursion specifically. Okay. You can just solve it without using recursion also. Okay. So if you do not know recursion completely, so it's okay. All right.
Unless specifically specified, we can have other.
Yeah. And we did not mention specifically that use recursion, so you'll be fine even if you did not use recursion.
Sir, so such questions where we have to use compulsorily recursion will not be there, right?
Yeah. Those questions will not be there, right? Okay.
So, like for these 2 days, where should we focus mostly? Like,
where should you focus mostly?
Like for like this type.
This time, I would say focus mostly on I would say focus mostly on the first 6 weeks, maybe. Wait. So the 10th week is object oriented programming, right?
Yes, sir.
And the 9th week is file handling. Focus on the first 9 weeks mostly.
First 9 weeks mostly. Okay,
Yeah. Okay. The object oriented programming, from that you might not get questions mostly. Like even if you you'll get only one question, because the object oriented programming, it's just lengthy, right? The problems there are very lengthy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And there's sometimes they're quite trivial also. They're not that difficult. Right.
Yes,
so you not get many questions from object oriented programming.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, so if you completed this problem PPA3, please raise your hand. You will have 4 questions from the OPPET.
So this thing is only for the OPP, right? For the end term, we have to focus on all 12 weeks, right?
Yeah, for the end term, you need to concentrate on all 12 weeks. But what happens is the final PhD exam, it is TCS exam, right? So it is MCQ and NAT type. Okay. So week 12 will anyway be removed. Okay. So you need to concentrate on week 1 to week 11. Okay.
So try to give a little moderate level question. At least we can able to solve at least 2 questions, because we are the first time programmer and it we are facing, because within the time frame we have to complete.
Yeah, we'll try to do that. Okay. Shall we look at the solution? So yeah, we will look at the solution. Okay. Do you want me to solve it, or one of you want to share the solution?
Sir, I have solved, but only one test case is passed.
Okay, only one test case passed.
Yes, sir. Only one test case passed.
I have all the test case passed, sir. Shall I share?
Okay, if you want to share, you can share, or else I don't know. Again, I can.
Sir, I know the error also, but I don't know how to fix it. Sir. Can I share?
Okay. Kaushal, yeah, you can share.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yeah. Your screen is visible.
This is the code. This is the code I have written.
Okay, okay, fine. So for j in range of 6, for I in range of 6, if 30 plus I star star plus j star star minus 3 star I minus d star t is less than or equal to t, and type of.
So I have defined like if the type of this value is integer, that means that is right, sir. And
No,
in first
that
condition,
type will always anyway be integer, right? You do not check
Sir,
for the antenna.
sir, I think there is one error. Yes, I think last one is 3 into j. If condition, I think it's 4 into j.
Okay, yeah, right. So that is 4 into j. That is 4 into j, right? Okay.
Then it is right, sir, other than that.
Yeah. You do not have the type. You do not have the type thing. Okay. You do not have the type. Can
I ask a question about like the type thing? Is it correct to like, should it be type or type equal to integer or class integers? How, if we are ever required to match the type, how should we do it?
You cannot have it like that. Oh, now you are able to pass.
Yes, sir. Now both test cases passed. Yes, sir. It is passed.
Okay, fine.
Yes. Yes, sir. It is passed.
Okay.
Sir, I posted in the chat, sir. Can you check where I'm going, sir? Wrong. Mine is similar code only, sir.
You are Sheikh Asad, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me share my screen.
Okay, sir. I'll share the screen.
No, I'll share the screen.
Okay.
For x in range of 3.6, for y in range of extra star. Is it extra star? Is it correct? Is the equation correct? X square plus y square minus 3x minus 4y plus 30. Okay. L dot append of 5. Okay. 14L if is less than or equal to 50. Okay. So see, the thing is, the else part is wrong.
Okay.
Just even.
And also, I mistakenly made the variable as a F40 instead of. It's a T.
Right. So here what happens is, let's just say for the first element, right? For the first element, it checks whether the T is less than or equal to T or not. If it is true, then it will return true. Then else it will return false. It will not even check for the other elements. Okay, so what you should do is, you should come out of the for loop. Okay, if it is not returning true, it is not returning true for any element. So basically that means that we should return false, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can have it like this. All right. Now it will work.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's working for you.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, all the test cases are okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have doubt one more on the PPA one, sir. You wrote is prime as the above one. So when you give the solution, if you write the down one, it's not going to accept, sir. Like it's not going to call.
Yeah, it's not going to call because if you are going to write this function at top and then write this is prime at the bottom, right? So basically, you'll be calling the function before it is defined.
Okay. But when we compare with this, like in the practice week 5 practice assignment, so there is a question one. It is there at the functions have been defined below. So they have been called. It's practice number question number 5, sir. I've checked now.
And this one I defined below and it passed.
Which week?
Week 5 and practice assignment. Sir also told that in the video lecture that we need to define the above when function.
Practice assignment, is it?
Yeah, practice assignment. Yeah, first, second, third is one question is there, sir. Not the question number. Yeah, this one, sir, 5th one. Yeah, when we are calling the first, so first it will be called, and after the second is mentioned it is below the called function, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like what is the solution to it, sir? This one.
Yeah, actually this will not work.
Okay.
Okay, it will give an error.
But they are giving the solution also, no, sir, in this one when we checked.
What?
Answer is also there when I check the answer. So.
Okay. So you have compiled it and then you run it.
Yeah.
Let me just do this. Okay.
I selected the option and checked the answer, sir. But when I was doing this question, sir also told that the called function should be like it has to be like the below the function definition. But when we are solving this question, so I found like some the conflict in this one, sir, in my understanding.
Yeah, actually this was working. This is working for me. You could see here this is working without an error.
Okay.
So, but as I said, right, it's always better to define the functions first and then call it later. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Can I ask a question about PPA3? About that, this PPA3 about the square on the temperature.
Yeah.
In this problem, it was said that like for a given value of T, we just need to find out whether this particular microorganism is able to survive on any part of the square or not. So does it necessarily mean that we have to like check the entire conditions from 0 to 5? Because if any of these cases, if we find like if it's less than T, then for that particular given value of T, like we are done, we are good, right? We don't need to check all the cases.
Yeah. So basically, what you're trying to say is, you're saying that you'll find the minimum possible value.
Yeah,
right?
for if any value of say fxy, if it's less than T, then we are done for that given value of capital T.
Yeah. So basically, if you find x comma y such that you'll get the minimum value among these integers. Okay. So then you can just check it at that particular value whether that value is less than or equals to T or not. If it is less than or equals to T, then you're correct, or else.
Like we can do a break in the middle, right?
Yeah. So, but the thing is that involves maths, right? So, am I getting what you're saying? So basically, what you're trying to say is, you'll find x comma y such that the f of x comma y will be minimum, right, among these integers 0 to 5. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I mean, if I can quickly share the screen, would it be possible, or should we move on to the next problem?
Yeah. You can share a screen.
Okay, I'll share my screen.
Okay, but the next time onwards, what we'll do is, okay, it's always good to discuss about these things, but we do not have much time. Okay. So
In that case, I guess like we can leave it. Like we can go to the next problem. We can say we do it last if the time permits.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Solve for PPA4. Okay. Solve for PPA4. You are required to find out the standard deviation. The standard deviation formula is given for you, where x bar is the mean of it, and x of I is the xi refers to the x of I. That is the element in the list. Okay. So you'll be given the x, which is nothing but the list which contains all the numbers. Okay. All right. Clear? Okay. So for that you need to find the standard deviation. You can solve it in 5 minutes.
Then how to find square root? My square root function will work here.
You can just use power 0.5 also you can use, right, to compute square root. Okay, x star star again. Yeah, x star star 2 is for finding the square of a number, right? Similarly, you can use x star star 0.5 to find the square root of a number.
Okay.
Did you get what I'm saying? So
Yes,
you
sir.
do this.
Yes, sir, yes.
You do this, you'll get the square root of a number. Okay. Okay. So you solve this problem, and meanwhile I'll take 5 minutes break, and after that you'll look at the solution of it. Okay.
So if possible, in the meantime, can you share this PPA too? I have always problem with formatted printing.
You have a problem with this?
Yeah, formatted printing always tough.
See are you able to pass all the test cases? Hello, are you able to pass all the test cases?
If you are asking me, I did not.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I did not.
Okay, okay. So I'm accepting 2 integers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Until now it's clear, right?
Yeah.
So for I in range of A, okay?
Yeah.
For I in range of A, and then if I equals to 0 or sorry, yeah, if I equals to 0 or I equals to A minus 1, A minus 1, this basically means that we are at the first row and the last row, right?
Okay. Okay.
So then we should print all the we should print until B, right? B point should be there. B star should be printed, right?
Okay.
Okay. So what we'll do is for J in, okay, can you try to do this? You can print.
Sir, before that, sorry, sir, for the PPA4 that we are doing right now.
Yeah.
Hello. So
yeah,
actually, the cursor is not moving below that. It's like getting at the right 0D5, sir, because I'm pressing enter. It's not going to the line where I can start coding.
See, you could go here, and then you could hit enter. Okay.
That's why you have to type the code, right?
Yeah, yeah. So you can't type from here. You need to type only above. Okay.
Okay, which means we have to use the list comprehension. Factor in that into the code. It should be there.
You do not worry about this part. You do not worry about this part. You want to type, right? You just type it. You just type it here, the top.
Okay.
Okay, and basically I lost my code. Okay, fine. I'll type it again.
That's fine.
These are some silly questions, like which should have been like solved by now. Okay. A equals to int of input, and then B equals to int of input. For I in range of A, if I equals to 1,
0 and 0,
yeah,
or A minus 1.
right. So then we need to print all, right? So what I can do is I can do this, right?
0 into B. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Else I can print I can print 0.
O.
Yeah, O, and then with respect to space star B minus 2. Space star B minus 2, because I need to get B minus 2 spaces in between.
Okay.
Okay. That's it.
Okay, thank you so much.
We'll run it just to see whether it's working or not. Okay. Yeah, it's working.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So inside the format string, can you give space like that?
Yeah. So the reason why I did it is this kind of becomes a variable, right? This is kind of like a variable. This is a string, right? The space is a string.
Space is a string, but it's not a variable, right? Or it's a constant, like blank space.
Like, yeah, right. Yeah. That is a constant. But that is a string, right?
Yes.
That is a string, right? Forget about variable. That's a string, right?
Yes.
Okay. The string can be multiplied by itself, and then it can be multiplied by a number, right?
Yes, sir.
So what I've done is I'm just multiplying the space by b minus 2 so that I'll get b minus 2 spaces.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just quickly go for water and after we discuss the solution. Have we solved the problem? Hello, shall we look at solution?
So just 3 more minutes. Sir.
Okay, okay.
Sir, I have shared my solution in comment. So can you see what mistake I did? I'm not getting answers.
You're not able to pass all test cases?
No, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, we'll discuss it. Okay. Yeah, the range is not correct. So for I in range of length of x, not length of x minus 1. Should be I equals 0 to n minus 1, right? So if it is I equals 0 to n minus 1, so basically it should be for I in range of n known, you know, n is nothing but length of x, right? Okay. Okay, so we look at the solution now. All right, so what we can do is first we need to find mean. So mean will be equals to sum of x divided by length of x. Okay. You can use a sum function. Okay. Sum of x divided by length of x, that will be the mean. And then yeah, there is, you need to find the total sum, right? That xi minus x bar whole square. So for that we loop it for I in range of length of x, or maybe you can just make it like for I in x, capital, for I in x, s plus equals to I minus mean whole square.
Sir, x will be here the list of values, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So for I in x, so basically we'll get each value. Instead of looping through the like range of it, right? And I'm just looping through the values itself directly. Okay. So now we should return the standard deviation. So standard deviation will be equals to s divided by length of x minus 1. Okay. And this whole should be, for this whole value we should be finding square root, right? So we can do this. Okay. All right, so that's it.
So why do you allow x minus 1's length of x minus 1?
What?
Divided by n minus 1, sir. Population size.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So length of x gives the n, right? So minus 1 only I have used. But the problem is not with this.
It's just saying an indentation error. That's all.
Yeah. Right. This should work, I guess. Yeah, now it's fine. So I use that n minus 1 only. So n is length of x, minus 1 gives the n minus 1. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, we move on to the next problem. This one is kind of like tricky and it takes like more time. So we'll move on to the next one, okay? Because if we're trying to solve this,
Sir, may I talk about this balance problem? I tried to do this problem with recursion. Only thing is that it's not passing all the cases.
You try to solve this with recursion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very small code.
Okay. Can you share this screen?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. What you can do is, Anirban, we'll move on to the next problem, and then while others solve the next problem, we'll discuss your code. Okay? We'll discuss your code. Okay. Okay, solve for this PPA6. PPA6 is kind of simple, I guess. So solve for this. All you need to do is you need to encrypt a word into a different word. So basically, whenever you come across A, right, you should replace the word A with Z, and so Z also should be replaced with A. It's like that, okay? So how do you do it? Each letter in the string that appears in the upper half should be replaced with the corresponding letter in the lower half of the alphabet. So basically, with respect to A, you should replace with Z, B should be replaced with Y because the lower half is B, the upper half is Y, right? C should be replaced with X and X should be replaced with C. Okay, you should solve it like this. So you should look at the index of the alphabets, and based on the index, you should switch between A and Z and Z and A. Similarly, the other alphabets. Okay. Is the problem clear? PPA6. Is the problem clear? PPA6?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We can do this.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so Anirban,
Yeah.
You can share a screen.
Good to go.
Yeah, you can share a screen. We can discuss PPA5.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is visible.
Yeah. Okay. Just one sec. Yeah, this is the code. Shall I show you what's the result? So it's basically of the public test cases, it's only passing 2. I mean, I'm not being able to pass the case where the expected output is true. So I probably am missing something. If you can kindly help us.
Okay, fine. So if word of 0 is not equals to word of -1, return false. Else return balance of 1 to -1. Length of word is less than or equals to 1, return true. See, the thing is, if length of word is 1, then it should not return true, right?
No, I mean, if there is a bracket in the middle, I mean, on both sides.
Yeah, see, the length of word should be word should be even, right?
Oh, you mean to say that like a bracket has to be closed, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Got
So
it.
if length of word, so instead of having it like length of word less than or equals to 1, you can have it like if length of word equals to 0. Length of word less than or equals to 0, return true. Okay. Either way, it's fine. Less than or equal 0 or equal 0, both works fine. Okay. You can test on it. Okay, still no.
Nope, something is wrong.
See the okay. Word of 0 is not equal to word of -1. Okay, there's a problem with the code, right?
Yeah, I don't think the problem is in this part, is it?
Yeah, there's a problem with the 13th line.
Okay.
Okay, the thing was, can you paste the code in chat box? I'll explain it.
Okay, I'll do that right. Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen.
Yeah. Okay, so let us say that if you're having it like this, then this means that it is balanced, right? Correct?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm just muted.
Yeah, it is balanced, right? So basically, if we're checking for word of 0 equals to is not equals to word of -1, return false. So you're checking whether this is equals to this or not. Basically, obviously, they both are not equal, right? So it will return false, even if it is balanced.
My goodness. Sometimes the brain takes things for granted, which the computer does not. I'm so sorry. That was a massive error. Thank you.
Yeah. So I think what you should be doing is you could do it like this. So something like W, or then you can have P equals to, okay, this. Now, if word of 0 is not equal to word of -1, no. If word of 0, if word of 0 in P, okay, if word of 0 in P, then index you should be finding index I equals to W dot index of word of 0. Okay. Now if word of -1 is equals to P of I, then it is okay. Sorry. Word of -1 is not equals to P of -1, then you should return true. Sorry, false. Okay. This is clear. Is this part clear?
Yeah, absolutely clear. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
If not right, okay, there will be true part, and then I think we should be adding something else. If word of 0 and 3, you can remove this. can remove the else part. Okay. If word of 0 is not there in P, right? So basically we'll return false because we started with the word in P, right? Okay.
Got it. Thank you.
Now just check it that it's working or not.
Yeah, I'm checking it.
No, still no. Whatever index of word of 0, substring not found. Okay, not in P, in W. Okay, yeah, it's okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, but the idea of using recursion is good. Okay, so have you solved BP6? Others? No, we are not checking whether it's parentum or not. We're checking whether it's, yeah, not if opening and closing parentheses match. Yeah, correct. Kind of. So we'll look at the PP6 problem. Okay, this is slightly easier than you might think. So,
Sir, I think this problem was covered in the lecture, right?
yeah, could be. I don't exactly remember, but yeah.
It's covered in the
problem similar to this we have covered.
Yeah, it's covered in the open like week 10, sir, week 9 file.
Okay. So you don't want me to discuss solution? If you don't want me to, we can just move on to the header problem.
Please discuss, sir, because we don't get time to see your
Okay.
Sir, it's okay if we move to another problem.
Sir, it's just requesting, sir.
Okay, others solve the next problem. Okay, wait, we'll just look at the next problem and then we'll solve it. Okay. Sir, I will solve it.
Sir, can we look at the code? So somebody has suggested and
yeah, we will look at the code. We will look at the solution. We look at the solution of PP6
because we don't have time to see the video. Sir.
Yeah, others start solving PP7. We look at the solution of PP6.
Sir, could you please share the code of PPA5, please?
PPA5
code? Yes, code, sir.
Okay, I'll just share it in chat box.
Thanks.
I shared it. Okay, others solve PPA7. We look at PPA6 solution. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to accept an input and accept a string as input. So s equals to input. Okay. I need to have the index of alphabets. Okay, for me to encrypt it. So I just have some AL or something. Okay, A which denotes alphabets. So that will be A, B, C, D, E, F, H. Okay. So for I need to encrypt it into a different word, right? So that word I will denote it as encrypt or something. Okay. Encrypt initially I'll have it as empty string. For the element in or just for character in, yes. For character in S, I should find the index, right? I equals to A dot index of this character. Now let's just say, okay, I have A, okay. Suppose I have A. Suppose I have A, then what I should be doing is I should replace A with Z, right?
Yes.
I should replace A with Z. So the index for A will be equal to 0. The index for Z is -1, 25 or -1, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So what I can do is, and vice versa. I mean to say like the index for Z is 25, right? And the index for A is 0 or it is -26.
Yes, sir.
Right? So what I can do is, so whatever encrypted letter I require now, so that is basically A of minus of I plus 1. This is the encrypted word. You take any word. Suppose you take B. The index for B is 1. The index for B is 1. The encrypted letter should be Y, which has the index of 24 or -2. -2 if you are looking from the back, right? So if you have it minus of 1 plus 1, which is -2, this will work, okay? And the reverse also it will work, okay? The index for Y is 24, so minus of 25 will give B, okay? So all I need to do is S equals to S plus A of minus I plus 1. That's it. Okay. And then I need to print. Sorry, not yes, encrypted. Okay. Is this clear? Is the solution clear?
Encrypt is taken as blank, is it first?
Yeah. Encrypt initially it is blank. No space.
You can show the code, sir, where you are typing actually. Not
You want me to show the code?
So you are typed in a separate place now in a notepad kind of thing. Yeah, here also.
Okay.
This is I is index.
Yeah, I is the index. All right.
So that character S will be replaced, or char will be replaced by encrypt plus A of I minus A minus of I plus 1.
Yeah. So
but
basically,
how the replacement where is happening? The actual replacement where it's happening?
Actual replacement it is happening in the encrypt. So what happens is, for this particular character, right? We'll find the what is it? The corresponding letter, the corresponding character which needs to be replaced. So how the way we do it is, we find the index of that particular character in A first of all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So A dot index of character, that gives the index, right? So once you find the index, all we need to do is, if you ask for minus of I plus 1, A of minus of I plus 1, that gives the character with which it needs to be replaced. Like for A, the corresponding letter with which it should be replaced is Z, right? And the index of A is 0.
Yes.
The index of A is 0, and the index of Z is 25 R minus 1. Right, 25 R minus 1. So I'm using that minus 1 part. Okay. Let's say
here in the A minus of I plus 1, we are going for the negative indexing, is it?
We are going for the minor, like, yeah, we are using this negative index thing, okay, to get that value with which it needs to be replaced. Okay.
So for the same thing, I was just thinking, because the lecture sir had introduced the import string and ASCII lowercase, so that had the alphabet printed out. Because here the A equals all the alphabet within the single quote, that may not come in intuitively for while coding for this particular question. So the first thing which I was thinking was about the import string package and string dot ASCII lowercase, right? That will give you all the alphabet.
Like, yeah,
You can do that, right?
Yeah, you can do that, but the thing is, you can just do it like in this way without using ASCII itself. Like this will be like even more simpler. Okay.
But I was thinking that this may not be intuitive. I mean, if you have seen the video, otherwise, first thing that you see is like such a big string. Why to write on? You anyway have string and lowercase. No, that's why I was thinking about that. This might not strike, but
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, but you got a solution, all right?
I got it. We are appending each and every character encrypted, and finally we are sending the encrypted.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Okay, we'll run it and then we'll check if there are any errors or not. Okay, yeah, it is working fine. Okay. So PPS 7, have you solved it?
There are 2 minutes.
Sir, will pandas and numpy questions come in exam? This OPP.
Pandas and NumPy, no, the questions will not come. You need not have the pandas and NumPy knowledge to solve the problems. Okay, you could use the basic file handling operations only to solve the problems.
Okay, sir, thanks.
Okay, so have you solved PPS 7?
There is one sequence I had actually put in the chat. Should that pass PPF 5?
Yeah, that should not pass.
Why?
Because see the brackets.
No, there's
should
no
be in order, right? See, the inside bracket should be closed first. You have used a square bracket. Without closing the without closing the square bracket, you're closing the curly brackets, right?
Okay.
Okay, because of that, it should not pass.
Oh, okay. Opening cannot be followed by a closing of a different type. Okay, yeah, got it. Thank you.
Okay, solver PPS 7. How many have I solved it? So shall we look at the solution? Okay. So after PPS 7, we will solve PPA 11, and after that we'll close the session. Okay. No one has solved PPA 7. Only 2.
I solved.
Okay, so if you solve, please raise your hand so that I'll have an idea that okay, this many students have solved it. Okay, 5. Okay, so shall we discuss solution? Or do you want some more time? Okay, so we'll discuss the solution. Okay. Do you want to solve it or do you want me to solve it? One of you have completed, right? Do you want to share a solution?
So you can solve. So.
Okay, you want me to solve? Okay. So the first thing which we need to consider is how do you print it? I mean, like, let's say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Okay. After 16 rotations, okay, after 16 rotations, what will my order be? It will be again 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yes, it will be same.
Right? It will be again same now.
Sir, actually, every rotation equal to the current length will do the same thing. Like
yeah. So basically,
rotations also.
Right. So if the number of rotations, like, let's just say the length of the list is equals to n, okay, and then if k percentage n is equals to 0, so then basically it means that the order will not change, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So for us the important value to be considered is k percentage n. Okay. So if based on this k percentage n only, we should be doing like that many rotations. Ideally we should be doing k rotations, but if you do k percentage n rotations itself, that will be sufficient enough. Okay, this part is clear?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. So now, okay, let's just say k percentage n equal to some 2 value. Okay, that is k equals to 10, and then n is equals to 4. So k 10% is 4 equals to 2, right? The remainder when k is divided by 10 is divided by 4 is 2, right? Okay. So how will my list be after doing one rotation? It will be 4, 1, 2, 3, right? After doing 2 rotations, it will be 3, 4, 1, 2, right?
2.
Right. Okay. So basically, after I do 3 iterations, after I do 3 rotations, the last 3 elements should come first. The last 3 elements should come first, and the remaining elements will come at the last, right? Correct?
Yes.
That is how the rotation works. Correct? Until this part is clear.
How 3, 4, 1, 2 you got, because
what?
3, 4, 1, 2, second rotation. First rotation is 4, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. The second rotation is 3, 4, 1, 2. If I'm doing third rotation,
3, 4 only.
It will be 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what I'm saying is, let's say like I'm doing n rotations. If this not n, let's just say k percentage n is equals to some p. Okay. K percentage n equals to p. So basically, p elements should come first. The last p elements of the list should come first. The last p elements of the list should come first, and the remaining elements and the remaining n minus p elements, it will come at the end. Okay. That is what the order is, right? Is that clear?
Yes, clear. It's clear.
Okay. Okay. I hope that is clear. So because based on this, I'll write the code. Okay. So
What are the communication? K percentage n equal to p. It's a number of. So what does the p signify actually?
What? Can you repeat?
What is the p then? K percentage n equals p. So from p, what do we get?
From p, from p, what we'll get is we'll get to know how many elements from the last should come first. That means like basically we'll get to know how many rotations we should do. That we'll get. Okay, that will get based on the number of rotations. What we'll get is, let's say our number of rotations is 2. The number of rotations is 2. So basically the last 2 elements will come first. And the remaining elements it will come at the last, right? So if I'm doing p rotations, so the last p elements will come first, and the remaining n minus p elements will come at the last.
So for the same reason, 2, 3, 4, 1. That is the third rotation, right? So how?
So for 3, 4, 1, 2, it is 2. So that is where the last 2 elements came first. 3, 4. For 2, 3.
Yes, 2, 3, 4.
You're talking about this?
Yes, sir.
For this, the p equals to 3, right? So that is why the last 3 elements will come first. That is the 2, 3, 4 will come first, and the remaining elements, which is this 4 minus 3, the one element, it will come at the last. Okay.
So I'm looking from the formulas of k percentage n equal to. For the third rotation, how do we apply k percentage n equal to 3? Is it?
Yeah. If you are doing 3 rotations, then basically k percentage n equals to 3, right? What point is not clear?
No, that's what I was thinking. So here p is the number of rotations. So for the last one to get 2, 3, 4, 1, we are doing k percentage n equal to 3.
Yeah.
And which means that last 3 will be in the first. That is 2, 3, 4 will come first and 1 will come
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now we look at the code. First, we need to accept the list, right? So equals to
Input separated by comma.
Input separated by comma. Okay. So now I will use list comprehension. If you do not know list comprehension, do not worry about it. All I'm doing is I'm just converting each element to integer. Okay. Int of 5 for I in L. Okay. And then we need to accept that k, right?
Yeah.
A equals to int of input. Okay. I'll calculate p value. P equals to k percentage length of L. Okay.
Yeah.
Until now it's clear, right? Okay, I'll create a new list. I'll create a new list which will have the.
What is this K? I didn't understand. K input.
K is the number of rotations which we should do.
Not rotations.
Okay. K is the total number of rotations which you should do, but the actual number of rotations, like which will be equivalent is equals to K percentage length of K. Okay. This we have already seen, right? If the total number of rotations is 10, so ideally it will be equivalent to two rotations only, because 10% is 4 equals to 2. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now what I'll do is I just create a new list which will have this rotated values. Okay. For I in range of I should have the range of P only, right?
Yes.
Okay. For I in range of P, I should get the last P elements. How do I get it?
P minus.
P minus.
Sir, 1 to P minus 1.
What?
Is it append?
Yeah, append.
And
What should be the index?
1 to P minus 1 or something.
L minus P2.
P minus I.
Yeah.
Is this correct? Okay, let me just check. Okay, so let us assume my list is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and my P is equals to 2. P is equals to 2. So basically, I should be appending 3, 4, right?
Yeah.
I should append new L should be after this for loop. New L should be 3, 4. Okay.
3, 4,
so,
1, 2.
Yeah, 3, 4. So the first element that should be appended is 3. Okay. And,
yeah.
the index for 3 is minus 2.
It's minus P.
Minus 2, right? Minus 1, minus 2.
Minus 1, minus 2. So minus P, that will be equal to minus P.
Yeah. So L of minus 2 equals to 3, 1. Correct. So for I in range of P, initially I will be equal to 0 and P is equals to 2. So L of minus of P minus I, which is basically 2 minus 0, which will give L of minus 2 only, right?
Yes.
And L of minus 2 is 3. And then later on I will be equals to 1. Then minus of 2 minus 1, it will give minus 1. L of minus 1 is 4. So it's correct.
4. Yes.
Okay. Is it clear? What have I done?
Sir, can you go a bit slow, sir?
What?
Can you explain again, sir?
Okay, you want me to explain again?
Yes. Slightly slowly, sir, please.
Yeah. Okay. So we have this index I, right? We have this index I, or else what I will do is we'll come from back for I in range of P. Okay, the start value will be P, and then the end value will be 0. Not the end value, but the just before that. Okay. Okay. I let me do it this way. For I in range of P to 0 minus 1. Sorry, not P, minus P. We'll have it like minus P 0, 1. Okay. Initially I'll have minus 2, minus 1. Let's just say the P value is equal to something like 10. Okay. 10. So what I'll be looping is I'll be looping from minus 10, minus 9, minus 10, minus 9, minus 8, minus 7, and so on, minus 1. Okay. Clear what I did until now?
Yes, sir, but sir, you can take the first one itself, because this looks long-winded. You can take the Yes, sir. You take the previous example itself, sir. Like you have changed that. Now, first one itself was quite simple. Like in the sense you did minus I minus 1. No? Because this looks slightly more. We have
this looks difficult, is it? This looks
yes,
difficult.
Yeah, the early one itself is better. This has the step value on that. Quite
Actually, this is kind of like easier because all we do is like dual dot append of L of X. Okay, I will explain both the ways. Okay,
yes,
if you want it like from the previous way, prime range of P, dual dot append L of
minus P minus I.
Yeah, minus of P minus I. Minus of P minus I. So how do we get, why did we get this minus of P minus I is, let's just say I'm at I equals 0. Okay. At I equals 0, I need to append minus P element. Because when we are having it 1, 2, 3, 4, we should be appending the minus 2 element, right? When P equals to 2, because we should our list should start from 3, 4, 1, 2. Our rotated list should be 3, 4, 1, 2, right? So basically the first element which you should be appending is 3, and the index of 3 is minus 2. So the way we get minus 2 is minus of P minus I. Okay. And as the I value increases, that minus value decreases. Okay. And then we will move on until we go to the last element, which is 3, 4. Okay. Clear what I was trying to say? Okay, I'll just increase the list and then the P so that it will be kind of like easier, I guess. So when we are having P equals to 4, we should be having this last 4 elements at the start, right? We should be having the last 4 elements at the start. So right. The last, it should be like 3, 4, 5, 6. After that, we should have 1, 2, right? So the first element that should be appended is L of minus 4, and the next element that should be appended is L of minus 3, L of minus 2, L of minus 1.
Right.
Right. The way you do it is L of minus 4 is nothing but minus of P minus I. Okay?
Yeah, 4 minus 0.
Okay. As the I value increases, we'll go from minus 4 to minus 1.
P is 4 minus I would vary from 0 to.
Yeah, I will vary from 0 to 3. I will vary from 0 to 3. So basically the minus of P minus I will vary from minus 4 to minus 1. Okay.
Sorry, I will vary from 0 to 3. Okay.
Yeah. So okay, let's just talk about P minus I. Okay, I will vary from 0 to 3, right? So P minus I will vary from what to what? P minus I will vary from 4 to 1, right?
4 to 1, yes, sir.
Okay. So as P minus I varies from 4 to 1, what will minus of P minus I will vary from? Minus 4 to minus 1?
4 to minus 1.
So that is what you want, right? We want to append the minus 4th element, and then from the minus 4th element, we want to append the minus 1 element, right?
Yes.
So that is what we are doing here. Okay. Clear?
Yes, and the 1, 2 will come. How do we take care of 1, 2 to come at the end? 1, 2 will come at the end. No? 1, 2. 1,
Yeah. 1, 2 we will do it now. Okay. For I in range of length of L minus P. Okay. Length of L minus P, because we already have P elements. We need to append the remaining elements. Okay. The remaining elements are nothing but length of L minus P, right? Okay. So dual dot append L of I. That's it. Okay. So in our case, let's just say here P equals to 4, right? N equals to 6 because we have 6 elements total. N minus P is 2. For I in range of 2, we'll append L of I. So basically, we'll append L of 0 and L of 1. Okay.
Come at the end.
Yeah, they'll come at the end. Okay. That's it. And then we need to print those values, right? Yeah, we need to print those values. So I think you can look out for how to print it. So for I in range of length of L or length of new L, both are same. Length of L or length of new L, both are same. So I'm just using length of L. So print print L of I, comma, end equals to, comma. Okay. You should not end with slash n, you should end with comma. Okay. I will use it like length of L minus 1. I'll explain why I'm using length of minus 1. And then I'll print the that is the last value at the end. Sorry, it's not L, it should be new L. Okay, clear? The reason why I'm having it only until length of minus 1 is, if I have it like length of L, right? After the last element, there will be a comma at the end. I do not want the comma at the end. Okay. This we have seen like so many times, right? Printing a list value separated by comma. Clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
I lost the value. I lost my entire code, I thought. Okay. That is why you should be copying your code before you test run it or submit it.
Good. मैं जा रहा हूँ वॉक पे.
किस लिए? वॉक पे नहीं जाओगे आप?
Sir, in second for loop.
मुझे बना लो अपने को एक
भाई 3 मिनट मैं नहीं गया मर जाऊंगा. यदि वही चाहते हो तो बताओ.
Sir, somebody has to mute, sir.
Others, mute yourself, please. Yeah, in the second for loop.
So in the second for loop, I think there should be p minus I minus 1.
Not p minus I minus 1.
Yes, sir. In the second one. For I in range p, new L dot append L minus p minus I minus 1. So because if if I is 0, then it would be minus 4, and that will be appending the same value which got appended before in the starting.
No, but I'm appending only I, right?
No. Sir, not that one. The above for loop.
This one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, here. Okay. Yeah, the problem was I did not remove. I had both for loops. I should be having only one. Okay. Now it will work. Yeah. Now it works. All right.
So I have a question.
Okay.
May I ask a question?
Yeah, you can ask a question.
Sir, unfortunately, it's related to this. I did my code clears both the public cases. I did a bit different. I didn't go for appending. I just added the 2 lists, like from the left. And it passes both the test cases, but unfortunately it passes only 3 out of the 5 private cases. Is it possible to like explore what could be going wrong?
Sir, I have a small doubt.
Yeah. Can you share a screen?
Yeah, I can do that right now.
Others, okay. You can share later. Other person had a doubt, yeah?
Yes, sir. Sir, in this code, just
Sir, I think we need to stop sharing.
Yeah, you can share later. I'll answer this person's doubt and then I'll come back to you.
Thank you, sir. As you explained regarding P, it is equal to K percentage length of L. So P is always going to be less than the length of L.
What?
Right?
P is going to be
always less than the length of list.
Yeah. P is always going to be length of L. Is always going to be less than length of L because P is equals to K percentage length of L.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then in that
it is a remainder, right? The remainder value will always be less than N. No?
In that case, since we know that the number of elements to be shifted ahead in the list is equal to P.
Yeah.
So we can write the new list directly as like L and index minus P colon and plus list of colon minus P.
Can you repeat?
List of index minus P colon plus list of colon minus P.
List of index minus P. I do not get what you're talking about. The code which I have written, right? Line number 10, is it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In that, what is your code?
Just I pasted in the chat box, sir. Can you see,
sir? Basically, the length of minus P minus I, we are just talking about this last elements. Suppose P equals to 2, right? So basically, we should append the last two elements. That is, we should append L of minus 2 and L of minus 1, right? So the way you do this, if you look at the values of minus of P minus I, it ranges from minus 2 to minus 1. So we'll append the last two elements. Okay. Like basically this minus of P minus I, it ranges from minus P to minus 1. Whatever the value of P is.
Yes, sir. Right, sir. That means
okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So for the P elements, we can write it directly inside.
Yeah. Because we have P equals K percent length of L, you can write it directly like this.
Can you check the chat box, please?
You want me to paste it in chat box?
No, sir. I have pasted the code in the chat box.
New list equals L of minus P to
colon.
Oh yeah. Actually, this is like even more better. Correct. Yeah. This even super cool. Yeah. What you mentioned is correct. Okay. So all you need to do is
keep the formatting, sir. Formatting is required.
Yeah, actually, I need this. This you should not mention minus P. You can just mention P, right? Okay. You can just mention P itself.
I think we have to keep it minus 3.
3, 4, 5 is okay. 1 is okay. Why am I getting 3?
Sir, should we be adding L minus P to new L itself? Like,
what?
Like line 13.
Yeah.
L minus P plus new L. Like we are adding this to new L, isn't it? Like this is a blank list that we have. Sir, you have like the line 5, I think, should be uncommented.
Line 5
should be uncommented.
That is okay, right? Like I'm just directly defining it here.
I think in
Wait,
line
wait,
19,
wait. Let me just do this one part. Okay. Print L of P. Okay. And I'll print L of this is kind of like debugging. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5. This is 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. Since it is like 0th index, right? Since it has a 0th index, so we should have this as like P minus 1. Okay, now it will work.
Sir, I've done something similar. Only thing is that mine is passing both the public cases, but not all the private.
3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2.
Sir, I can share my code. I have done similar, but I have modified that P as length of L minus the thing you have put in P.
one time, sir, can you please put minus P?
Yeah, correct. So, yeah, you're correct. So, it should be
minus P.
Length of L minus P. Because this will give the last P elements, right? And this will give the first, this will give the remaining N minus P elements. Okay, yeah. So now we are able to pass our test cases. Okay, fine. Any questions? Any questions? Yeah. There are no other questions, then we can wind up the session.
Sir. Yes.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, one question, sir. I think, the first of, I didn't join. I joined a bit late. I'm not sure whether this question you already been covered or not. So, in some of the groups, I have seen messages. I think in some of the live sessions, it mentioned that pandas and these NumPy pandas will not be there in the test. So, can you please tell me what topics will not be there in the test? And just to, confirm once again.
The pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, all those extra libraries will not be there. Okay. And the remaining everything will be there.
What about file handling, sir? File handling also.
File handling will be there.
Okay.
And you need not concentrate more on this object-oriented programming. The classes and all, you can concentrate less on that. Okay. There will not be too much on classes.
Okay, classes. Okay. Yeah.
You can concentrate more on the until PPA 10. Sorry, not the PPA 10. Until the week 10, you can concentrate more.
Yeah, until week 10, we should concentrate.
Not even week 10. It's week 9 only. Okay.
Yep.
Week 9. Until week 9, you can concentrate more. But for the final quiz, you need to concentrate on all the weeks.
Okay. Until week 9, we should concentrate. That is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, this
Sir,
week
I have a
will
doubt.
cover all the questions, sir. The 20 questions are there, no, sir? Practice assignment. Will it cover that OPP too?
Yeah, it will cover most of the topics, right? As you have seen, until now we have covered like so many topics, and later also it will cover like it will be a good practice for you. Yeah, it will cover almost all the topics. Okay.
Like
Sir,
list
I
or
have a
all will cover.
What?
Means
Sir, I
similar
have a
model will
doubt.
cover, sir.
One person at a time. This which one person at a time?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, in this last problem, in the approach that you mentioned, this PPA 7, I'm having trouble removing that last comma. How did you do that, sir?
Yeah. So the way you do it is instead of looping through the entire list, right? That is the entire length. You loop it until length of L minus 1. You loop until length of L minus 1, and you print the last element once you come out of the for loop.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, regarding this last problem, if you can like kindly spare a minute, I would like to share my code if it's possible.
Yeah, you can share a screen. Sure.
Okay.
You're still not able to pass all these classes?
No, sir.
Okay.
So can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. Oops.
But make that Chrome window.
Yeah.
Maximize
So
it.
this is my code. Unfortunately, it passes both the test cases and only 3 out of 5 test cases. So I'm unable to figure out. I've been like breaking my head over it for some time.
If Ryan range of NR list 2 equals to list of minus 1 plus list. But it should have been why are having the minus 1? Can you
Sir,
explain line
what
number?
I'm doing is I'm taking the last element from the original list, which is here.
Okay.
Which is my given input list. So I'm taking that last element from that list and adding to the new list 2 from the left.
Okay.
So I'll be doing that, and I'm removing also that from the original list. I'm removing the element which I've added. So all I'm doing is I'm left with whatever elements that are balanced. I can add them from the right hand side, right? But it's clearly passing the 2 test cases, as you can see here. Yes, you can see here, sir. But it's not helping me with the private cases. You can see, sir.
Yeah.
So this is something which I'm kind of having a bit of a problem. I would really appreciate any assistance, sir.
Actually, yeah, it looks correct. You're entirely sure why you're not able to pass the private test cases.
Sir, I did a similar thing. May I share my screen? It's almost the same.
You're able to pass all these cases?
No. For this this list wala approach, I use that list approach. So I mean, but I am passing all test cases. May I show?
Yeah, I'll stop sharing this.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen?
No, not it.
How do I share my screen? Screen. This screen. Now you can see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you just make that code bigger?
Should I zoom in?
Yeah, that works.
That maximize thing, na?
You can do both?
Yeah, actually this zoom.
Can you maximize it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
so I've taken an extra list n, which is a transient list inside the while loop. So each time I'm using that new line, a new L wala list is the last element each time the fresh one is coming up. So I don't have to calculate all that p and p minus 1 and all that. So it's easier on the brain. So I did it this way.
So can you show the code again, please?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, you have that code L. Okay, L you have n equals length of L. UL equals to L you have. Okay. Just equated that to this. While I is less than P.
Line number 10 is wrong, I think so.
What can you repeat?
Line number 10.
Yeah, line number actually you cannot directly equate the lists. There will be a problem with that, but still you are able to pass.
So we can't equate lists. I mean to add the whole list inside that.
Yeah, you cannot equate lists. So basically, if you just equate one list to other, right? If you make the change in one list, that will be automatically be getting reflected in the other list. So what you can do is after line number 13, can you add one more line? This is just to verify.
Okay.
Okay. After line number 13, you add one more line.
Yeah.
Print new L, comma n, comma L. You can print all the lists. In the print statement only. In the print statement, print new L, comma L. No, like it should be the same as the list which you have mentioned.
Yes, and L, comma.
Small L. And then N. The L should be small.
Yeah.
Can you
should I submit test cases?
It will not pass, but you'll be able to. See, are you able to see that?
Yeah.
See, it is just basically pointing to the same thing. Okay, it's not pointing to the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The new L is the empty list. But N and L, they are pointing to the same one.
New L is
That is same because we cannot copy a list using that request answer. We have to write copy keyword.
Yeah, should be writing copy keyword, but okay. So you're not removing the elements, right? So all you're doing is like you're just interchanging it. I mean, each time you're just adding the making the first element, making the last element to appearing at the first.
Yes.
And then you keep on doing it p times.
Yes.
Yeah. This is fine.
So I should write a new n is equal to new L dot copy.
Yeah. If you have that copy, that will be better.
Okay. And over here also.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that way I will not lose the whole list. But yeah, I wanted to empty new L. That's why I had copied it to n, so that I can create a fresh list at this point. Because every time I have a new last element, which I am getting by removing the last element, it's every time it's getting lost when I write it 0 to n minus 1. So I get a fresh new list every time, and every time I use its last element to come in front, and so I get the fresh list.
Yeah. Good. So okay, you can stop sharing. Anirban, the reason for why your code doesn't work, right? Like she has not removed the element, so that's why it's working for her. I'm not entirely sure like why your code is not working. Okay, so I'll check for the. What you can do is you can check for corner test cases like for different values of k, right? Okay, you can just check for it. Okay. Check
Okay,
for
I'll do that. I'll do that. Surely, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Sir, I have done same without using new list. I have pasted in chat box. Can you see, sir, once?
You can do it in like whichever way, right? That's totally okay. If you're able to pass all test cases, then that's fine.
Without getting new list, sir, I have been just inserting and copying last element.
Okay, that's okay. All right.
I think that is very simple.
Okay. So thanks everyone. Okay. Time is all 9:30. So if you do not have any questions,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
And all the best for your exam. Okay. Practice the speak 12 and then the remaining problems mostly you'll be able to do well.
Okay.
Yeah. Practice the remaining problems.
Thank you.
Okay.
A similar type only will come next, sir. Practice of week 12.
Kind of similar. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Some questions will be similar. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.